what will make our entrance and all levels easier to access mean for our ministries at Holiness?
I think it's all about us welcoming everyone, whoever they are, and all being able to come in and worship the same way, and everyone is the same, treated the same.
I think that universal accessibility is important because it means that regardless of your physical abilities or inabilities, you can participate fully in all of the wonderful programs that we have to offer.
Hi, accessibility. What does it mean? Well, I'm excited about the whole concept of being able to open up our facility to everyone, not only within our own parish, but amongst the neighborhoods and people who come and visit. I think it's important that they're able to come and see all our levels and see our wonderful offices, especially our rector's office, may I remind you, that is on the lower level. And I think it's important for us to be able to not have constraints within our beautiful facility and our place of worship. Thanks.
I think accessibility is really about inclusiveness, and I feel like the term accessibility means that we are going to open our community up to all, and it can't help but provide us with a message to all of our ministries that all of our ministries are meant to reach out to all types of people, and also it will encourage others to become involved in our ministries at a greater level.
But as importantly, it's a matter of our church being who we say we are, and our baptismal vows, we say that we will respect all people. And I think the accessible entrance is respecting all people.
I noticed yesterday with Family Farm Fest that people who had mobility issues had to walk all the way around to the side or back entrance to the church in order to use a bathroom. So it really hit me that we will be able to provide access to bathroom facilities for people when they're here at outdoor events.
There was a lady here yesterday at the Family Farm Fest, and she was working with a cane, had a very difficult time going downstairs to use the restrooms, and it made me realize that we need to be available and accessible to everyone, and we don't really have the luxury of being able to predict who that might be.
For me, it means that anyone and everyone can go to church, and everyone can get in, which is very, even babies, old people, people who are infirm, people in wheelchairs. I think it's great.
For me personally, a lot of people think of universal accessibility as being able to get in with a wheelchair, but having been a new parent, sometimes coming to church by myself, being able to get in with a stroller is really helpful, and especially if you're juggling your bed, you get a stroller or the baby crying, it just means that life is a lot easier and more welcoming for everyone.
Right, Nathan?
All right.
What do you think about
accessibility? We need a universal, single access for all worshipers coming into our communion of worship at this church.
So I feel when you have accessibility to the church, and what it does to the community is that, one, it allows everybody to come into the church with easy access. At the same time, bringing the universal accessibility to one location, it brings the community together just because everyone's seeing each other's faces, all at one location, and just being able to have everyone cohesively come together and access one door, I think will help a lot.
Accessibility to this church means quite a lot. I've been here since 1967, right around there, 68. The door we used to come into, you don't use it anymore. People come and they look and they wonder, where do I go to get into the church? They come around to the vestry side or to the sacristy side, and that door's not always open. And then you come around and you think, well, is this really the way into the church? Universal entrance, that you know that this is the entrance to the church where I I belong, that there's an elevator, that those who can't walk up the stairs are able to have a way in and out.
One of the things that I find most helpful about the universal access is just the sheer physical access, because no matter how helpful the ramp is, it's still a long walk for people with disabilities. And I think having a universal access says more than physical disability. It says welcome to people who have all kinds of mobility limitations. And for me, that's really important. Having been both sides of the equation, I know what it means to see a barrier when you head for a building and think, how am I going to get in there? So I'm really looking forward to it.
I think accessibility is a word that fits what Holy Nativity is. It is accessible to all people, all races, all persuasions, and let's just make it accessible to people who can't get up and down the steps.